When we started this journey with Emmy, it was innocuous really. It was just childhood illnesses that sort of impacted him quite severely, and he didn't seem to bounce back quite as my other two children had. And I wasn't really fussed or worried because I had older children. I knew everybody's an individual and everybody has their own recovery rate. And one day I went into a GP's office after months of him sort of falling ill and then sort of recovering, going back to school and then falling ill again. He had one of these massive headaches that I was quite used to. While he was actually in the surgery, and he flopped to the floor, and the GP, rightly so, was concerned, rang ahead to the hospital. They accepted his admittance, so we went off to the hospital and we were asked to stay for observations. So when the consultant came round the next morning and he'd bounced back a little bit, the consultant sort of asked me why I wanted an MRI scan, and I said to him I didn't. That was the junior doctors, because it seemed to me as though the emphasis was put on me. Why did I want an MRI? I didn't. I just thought this was sinus or another viral infection that he was going to get over. So will people believe me when I say what I witness? At the moment, they don't. We were asked to have a meeting. I'd taken my sister-in-law as an advocate for me and a witness to these meetings, because nobody would believe me that they were not taking me seriously, and that they would take Angus out to another room so we could talk, because they didn't want my anxiety, my upset, my grief, my trauma of this situation impacting on Angus. And I thought it was a good opportunity to talk about Angus deteriorating and what we were going to do about it. They took him away and they made him catch a heavy ball many times and sit up from a chair about 27 times. But after that day, we had a period of time where he was bedbound, and obviously school attendance went down, and because I wasn't supported or understood, we had the attendance officer come round to do a report. And I was really lucky, and most of us aren't. She had someone in her family that had ME and understood post-exertional malaise. So I was safe. But they then put me under threat that because they didn't understand the situation, they were going to take Angus in to a 4 to 6 week stay at hospital so he could be rehabilitated, and I would have supervised visits. Now, all those alarm bells that I were ringing in my head about what the GP had witnessed, the junior doctors, all these symptoms and everything else, I knew that if they took him away and tried to rehabilitate him, it would put his life in danger. And that sounds a bit over exaggerated, but we have seen deaths occur. Now, I protected him and we left that hospital into another hospital, which didn't really alleviate the accusation of fabricating or inducing illness. And once that's on a mother's records, even if it's unfounded, it's very difficult to take off. So you're always first looked at a hysterical woman, then you're looked at as an anxious mother, and then you looked at imprinting on your child's health. There are times when Angus was really, really poorly that he asked me if he was going to die, and I had nowhere to go. And you need to understand that to really understand what my anxiety and my trauma is all about.